Put that shit ring. You talking about the hyena?
Lion. Hyena is a scavenger, dog. Who's gonna chase him? I thought we were chasing him.
So everybody, three things I think would be good for everybody to think about right now are professionalism, goals, and mindset. And they all go together. And it depends on what your goal is in this place or in any part of your career, what your goal is as to what you should do. My goal when it comes to this place is change and growth, because this place has already had that. It's already experienced change and growth in one level, level one. There are many more levels, and I would love to see the Asylum get to those levels. And the only problem with that is, everybody says they want change and growth, but the only problem with that is, when you have a place like this, there is a bond with everybody. You have a lot of people there. You have a lot of people here every week. Same guys. You become like family. So change can be hard when that happens. But if you want different results, and I think everybody involved, I think AJ and I think everybody involved wants different results. I think they want growth in the talent. I think they want growth in the crowd. I think it has to happen. I think it's necessary. And if change is necessary, then change is necessary. Like I said, to get to a new level, there are a few things we can do. And when I'm telling you this, if I say anything that we need to change or fix or whatever that somebody's already done, I'm not picking on anybody. I'm just saying this is how you learn. I mean, somebody, we're all going through this process. I need to change and fix some things. All of us, everybody that's ever been in this building needs to. So if that's what we want to do, if we want to grow the crowd, if we want to get to another level, think about these other places that you may have been or you may have seen that you think are on another level. What are they doing differently than we're doing here? There are some things, all right? Think about some of the guys who've been brought in here, or girls who have been brought in here, who are relatively successful in their careers. What are they doing differently than you're doing? I sat in the car with somebody last week, and we saw somebody who was booked get to the building, grab his stuff, scurry into the building, and you never saw him again until he came out to the ring. Nobody ever saw him again. And he seemed pretty professional. That's just one little example. Like I said, if the goal is to grow, then that's what we have to do. We have to have a professional mindset. Let me give you an example of what I mean by professional mindset. If you're booked to get, quote, beat down, all right, that means you're a part of something that's not a match. You're a part of a segment, all right? That's valuable time. That time is valuable time. So if you're getting beat down in a segment, that is not a burial whatsoever. That only means there are plans for you to do. All this stuff has to slow cook. We can't just create an angle or create a storyline and one night and then finish it that night. All right? And then the babyface can't just be Superman that night. It has to slow cook. So if you're a babyface and you're booked to get beat down, trust me, The only reason anybody would give you that time and give you that exposure, which this time is very valuable in front of these people who buy tickets. So the only reason anybody would ever give you that time to get beat down is because they plan on a future for you. And that's page 1 of wrestling. That's page 1. Everybody needs to understand that. If you don't understand that, then, you got to get out of the mindset of the people that sit on that side of the rail, and you have to get into the mindset of the people who are on this side of the rail. You have to look at the big picture. You don't just look at that 10 minutes for that night. You look at the big picture, because anything that's important that we're going to do on the show is going to slow build. It's going to slow build, because that's the only way to make these people care. Everybody wants to have a big epic match, but how many of you have ever had a match that you thought was so good and big and epic, but the people shit on it because they didn't care? They hadn't been pulled in to who you are and who your opponent is. When you slow cook it, and they want to see it, then they want to see it. After a couple of months, then you have the epic match. That's when. And they'll be into it every second. But if you just watch TV during the week and you plan this epic match because you saw an epic match and you want to have it this night because you've never worked this guy, or you want to have a good match with this guy or whatever, it's not. You're thinking about it wrong. But right now is a good time in the business. People are doing well. And the thing is, yes, you come here and have fun, but you have to take what you're doing seriously. And you have to take pride in what you're doing. People who don't take pride in what they're doing never have drawn any money. And I'm sorry if that's a problem, but that is the goal here. There are a lot of opportunities that could come this way that I know of, that other people know of. But before we try for those opportunities, there are things we need to fix, all of us, me and everybody else. There are things we all need to fix before a lot of us are willing to, best way I know to say it, apply for those opportunities. Because there are opportunities out there for exposure, a lot of eyes, and money. And that's what we need. All those things. We need those here. It's not a bad thing for us to, yes, we call each other brothers and sisters and we're family and all that, but it's a business first and foremost, and it's okay to be competitive with each other because we only have 2 hours for a show. We've limited it to be done at 10 o'clock. So every week, everybody can't be on the show. Everybody can't have their big match. So think about it. Think about what you can do. A lot of people are upset with what's being done for them. Well, maybe Adam is upset. Maybe Adam would like more to be done for him. And so I think we all need to step up our game, need to get competitive, need to get serious, need to pay attention to what's going on the whole show, because in order to elevate a promotion, the promotion has to elevate. Okay? Don't be satisfied. Don't go out here and think you know everything, think everything's going to be great. No. Being hungry is going to be key. Small things like sticking to times is important. That's professionalism. The same thing. Also, not overexposing anybody. Sometimes, if Black-owned business has 3 matches on the show, I'll pick one not to be out here because I don't want to be out here 3 different times. because I'm saturating the people, and I don't get the response that I want if I'm out here too many times. Not being out here all the time is not an insult, it's a favor to make sure when you are out here, you get the response you want. So anyway, there's a ton of little details. I was hoping more people would be at training tonight, but there's a ton of little details we can talk about, cover. I want anybody to talk to me about ideas, talk to Dion about ideas. I mean, this isn't something where so-and-so's in charge and you got to do that. I mean, no, we want to talk to everybody. But that being said, also want to make some changes. Small changes, but some changes need to be made to accomplish the goal. And whoever wants to make sure they're part of those changes needs to have the goal in mind. And there's nobody back there ever that I think can't do that or won't do that. But I just want to make sure that they do that so we can draw more money and draw more attention and draw more eyes. But the point of everything is, no matter what's going on, no matter what anybody said, no matter what's going on, if you're thinking about something in terms of Asylum Pro Wrestling, and it doesn't have to do with the actual product, and it doesn't have to do with our goal, it doesn't have to do with the product, and it doesn't have to do with our goal. It's not important, and that's not where our heads need to be. Our heads need to be thinking about how to make this place better, from small ideas to big ideas, how to fill this place up, wouldn't it be great if one day there's a line at that door over there and some people, God forbid, have to get turned away and they have to come here early next week so they don't get turned away? It's not impossible. I've seen it happen a lot of places. It could easily happen here. But you have to be hungry. You have to be thinking about the product. You have to be thinking about the goal. You have to be thinking about the company. You have to be thinking about the business. Nothing else. Nothing else. Anything, this drama, anything like that, nobody wants to hear about it. The fans don't know, don't care, and it's not helping anything. I really feel like we are about to embark on Asylum Pro Wrestling after it's already leveled up. It's already leveled up, but there are more levels, and I feel like it's about to be a real special time. And I want everybody here. But it's going to be work, and you're going to have to be serious, and you're going to have to be professional. And you're going to have to think about, how can I be more professional? When somebody drives up to this building, are they thinking about paying to buy a ticket because they want to see me do what I'm doing? Think about that, and let's talk soon. Everybody stay hungry, stay positive, and keep your eye on the prize.